What's going on? All of the table talk. Hello, hello, everybody. No, this is not Cecelia. Cecelia is on her way to the studio. And I wanted to say happy holidays to everybody. I am Coach Ella, and I am founder of Real Estate Ladies Rock. So, where all of my real estate boss ladies and boss guys at. How you guys doing? I hope you're having the best day of your life. And I am super excited about being able to co-host today and waiting for Cecelia to come to the platform. We are on the Investing Table Talk with Cecelia Bell. And Cecelia does this every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern, where it's all things investing. So we want to thank her for her hard work, her dedication, and her commitment. And we want to share something today about the holidays. Are y'all ready for the holidays? If you're ready for the holiday, I know you already had Turkey Day, but it's the Christmas season, the Hanukkah season, and any other season that you want, but could be a stressful time. So, um, but right now, at this moment, you're having the best day of your life. So I'm going to ask you, how you doing? And I want you to put in the chat, I'm having the best day of my life, because boss ladies, boss guys, wherever you at, today, at this moment, at this time, is the best day of your life. So I'm excited to be here, and I want you guys to just pray for Cecelia that she have safe travels to get here to the studio. Okay, we have a special guest that I'm going to bring on in a minute, but I want to kind of um, set the stage for this moment. Hey, everybody! I don't see any comments. Can y'all share where y'all listening into at? But this is a really, really important time of the year, and it is an exciting time of the year. But this, in reality, can be a very stressful, a hard time for a lot of people. So, as we always thinking that everybody is all good and everything is all good, sometimes it's not good. I'm just trying to tell you, and especially during the holiday season. So I want to make sure you guys be extra. Um, what is the word I want to say? Pay special attention to the people that are around you. Pay close attention, because not everything is all happy and all excited and everybody is off the chain like me. Some people at this time, they're suffering in silence. A lot of people around this time, it's more stressful, whether you have kids and they're expecting a whole bunch and you might not be able to give them all or whatever, but you're still trying to hold it down. Whether you have lost loved ones, whether you have are it is a lot during this time. I don't know why it's like, especially around the holidays, because I know we're going through some stuff sometime every single day of the week, but especially during the holidays. So I want you guys to just take a moment, and say, today, right now, at this second, breathe, and it's going to be okay. All right. So I want to bring to the stage, Cecelia invited this young man and she told me he was coming. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to say what I want to say right now, but his spirit, his soul, his demeanor, his presence, everything about this young man, it almost kind of like speaks calmness, right? It's calmness, because that's what we need right now during this storm of holiday drama. How about that? So if I don't see I'm having the best day of my life right now, come on, put it in here, feed it in here. I'm having the best day. How about this? I'm having the best moment of my life. So I want to bring on Dr. Arthur Darby the third, and Pastor Dr. Arthur Darby the third. I want to bring him on to the stage with me. I am, you know what? I know you wasn't expecting to see me today, was you?
No.
So, if you guys don't know, Dr. Darby is my son. And so when I heard that he was coming on, and I'm gonna tell everybody about this movement you got going on. I know you shaking up some things, right? You got
Right.
some movement going on. But I wanted to for when Cecelia told me he was going to be on, um, it's like, okay, we need this pastor moment, but it's also we just need some calmness.
Mm.
We need some calmness. And so I'm thankful for having my son in my life. And I'm thankful for all that he does with our community and with our veterans and just being a good dude. You know what I mean? I know you're the pastor, but just being a good guy. And so when she said she was going to have a segment about this time of the season, because as we end in the year, Pastor, as we end in this season and get ready to go into a new chapter and a new 2025, some people are not all right. I mean, we want them to be all right, but they not all right. And then she was like, "What can I do for um, just in this moment?" I said, "You know what? Okay, let's not talk about real estate. Let's not talking about investing, but let's really just connect with the people." And then she asked me, like, "Okay, I need a special guest." The first person, of course, come to my mind is like, "Hey, well, maybe reach out to the pastor. We know you always in Dubai, you in Africa, you in everywhere else, and trying to catch up with you is hard." But I want everybody that's listening right now, what I want you to put in the chat, I want you to claim this right now. I'm good. Put it in there. I'm good. Just put it in. I'm good. Because you got to receive that yourself. You got to tell yourself that you good. So just put it in there. Calmness and breathe, because this is a special moment. So, um, Dr. Darby, thank you so much for being here. And if I can share this one little story, and then I'm gonna let you take this on. And I don't really share this often. I think I may have shared this 3 times in my life to people, to the public. So I'm gonna share a story. So the holidays for me is really, really hard. And it has always been hard for me during the holidays because something traumatic happened in my life during the holidays. And I want to just share this, and I'm not going to go into so much because it felt like it was yesterday. So, December the 25th, 1997, I lost my baby on Christmas morning. So, I had to leave the hospital after losing my son to go to my mom's because my kids, which is my son here and my daughter, was at my mom's for Christmas. Everybody was having a good old time and laughing and partying and doing whatever. And I was mad because they were having fun and they were partying. I was not in a good space. But my kids suffered for years and years and years after because I was never the same on Christmas Day. On Christmas, the holidays, I was never the same. So I don't know who I'm talking to or who this resonated. But like I said, I want y'all to just take a moment for people that are in your life. Sometimes it is not okay. And it's like, but I grew and I had to learn to live again, right? But this is the traumatic part of this story. Author, Dr. Darby, Pastor Arthur, my son was born on his birthday. So this is a double whammy because every birthday that Arthur, that pastor, that my son here had, I had to relive that they both shared the same birthday. And then on Christmas, it's so do you see where I'm going with this? So I want you, and I'm so glad that you're here because, like I said, I don't really share that. And I never really asked my son how he ever felt or how was it for him because every birthday he has to remember that he had a brother and every Christmas, so it's the same thing. But I wanted to just today to just speak to the people that this during this holiday season, it's okay to not be okay, but you gotta live, right? So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And and okay, I'm not gonna go there today, but thank you all for just even listening to me. But Pastor,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your transparency. And for all of the people that we have on today, it is definitely, I always say it's an honor to be able to share and to be here, to have the opportunity to just share some words with you all and some encouragement during this time and during this season where, as we just heard Coach talking about, it's a time of celebration, it's a time of family, but there are some people who are dealing with even recent loss and just loss in general. You always hear that holidays and seasons like this, although they are amazing times for families to come together, they are also time of memories for some people that have lost parents and lost children, siblings. And so it's a time of memory that may be a heavy time to really endure and really try to find the gratitude and the happiness during the season. I'll be a couple of minutes with you all, because I know it also is the midday. I just wanted to talk to you all about this thing of purpose and pressure, because what tends to happen is during these seasons and during times of pressure, a lot of people may be feeling that right now, like a lot of intensity. Things are, as you have been pursuing your purpose and your passions, you have been also experiencing a very heavy deal of pressure, a great deal, as if things have become a little bit more challenging, a little bit harder. It may feel like, as you have been focusing on everything that has been purposeful for you, that you've also been hit with some challenges and some obstacles. And it's as we were talking about, it's hard to celebrate the season and to have a time of celebration when you're also dealing with loss and trauma and maybe some triggers and some things that may have you in a place of sadness and also joy. And so what I wanted to talk about was really how to balance the two, because the reality is we can't take away the pressure. We can't take away sometimes the memories and the pain that sometimes these good times bring. And so although you're dealing with a lot of heaviness and a lot of intensity during this time, and you're also dealing with joy and you're also dealing with happiness and you're also having the best days of your life, what a lot of us are wrestling with is, how do I balance the two? How do I go into this, not only just this season, but this time of my life, this time and this season of my life? How do I go into this with pursuing my passion, pursuing my purpose, but also embracing the intensity and the pressure and the challenges that is also coming with that? And what I wanted to encourage you all to let you know is that these are all the signs of being in a place where you are producing. You are producing. A lot of you all are stepping into territory and building and producing things that you've never done before. You are experiencing things and you are starting to develop and grow in areas that you've never been in before. Remember that you are in a place right now in your life that you've never been in before. You have never seen this day before. You have never seen this place before. And because of that, it's going to come with some challenges, because this is a place that is not familiar to you. This is a place that is uncommon. It's a place that is unfamiliar to you, and that in itself is going to bring a level of discomfort. But I want us to embrace the discomfort in this season and in this place. This is not where a lot of times the discomfort is going to go away, where the discomfort is just going to subside, because a lot of us are sitting in a place where we're like, I'm waiting for that discomfort to leave. I'm waiting for that intensity to go away. And once it leaves, then I will be good. Once the pain kind of goes away, once the challenges are kind of eliminated, then I can start to pursue and I can start to move forward. But I'm really coming to encourage you to come out of that stuck place. Come out of that place where you are stagnant and stuck. You may have bills, you may have lack of resources. It's a hard thing when you have a large vision and God has given you something really great to do, but you're really not seeing the support or the resources that are lined up to be able to carry those things out. It's hard for you to be able to really pursue when you're not really seeing the provision for it. But what I came to encourage you all to do is that you have to keep going. And you have to keep going even with the pressure and the intensity and the challenges. So, although you may not feel that pressure lifting and you may not feel it really changing for you, things get better as you go. I want to say that again. Things get better as you go. It may not be eliminated, it may not completely lift, but you learn a new norm as you go. So you cannot just stay in the place that you're in. You cannot just stand still until things become a little bit more comfortable for you, because this place that you're in that you've never been in before is not about your comfort. It's not about things being convenient for you and things being comfortable for you, because this is a place where you will build, and you will build from a place that you don't have a template for. And when you've been called to build something that you don't have a template for, or build something that you don't have an example for, which means you are creating something from nothing, it's going to come with some challenges. It's going to come with some pressure, and it's going to come with some intensity. And you don't just stop and wait for it to subside. You have to learn how to keep going even with the pressure. You have to learn how to keep going even with the intensity. You have to come out of the mental space of, I'm waiting for it to go away. I'm waiting for it to become better. I'm waiting for it to become lighter, and realize that as I go, the challenges are going to build me up. That yes, you may feel like you're in your weakest moment. Yes, you may feel like right now you are things. If one more thing happens to me, or if one more challenge comes and hits me, I'm not gonna. But you got to change your perspective. You got to change your perspective. Your capacity is being increased during this time. That as you take hit after hit, and as you go through challenge after challenge, and as you embrace the intensity, and as you embrace every challenge, it not only makes you stronger, but it expands your capacity. You now have the capacity to do more than you were able to do last year. You have to now start expecting from yourself that I am stronger than I was last year. So yes, around this time and around this season last year, I would have broke down. I would have had 2 weeks where I was going through depression, but maybe this year it's going to be only 1 week. And you may look at that as a small victory, but you got to count every step as a large victory. That I'm not in the same place that I was last year. That this year, because of the challenges that I've been able to experience, and because of the intensity that I've been able to endure, I'm not in the same place anymore. I am a little bit stronger than I was last year. You're going to have to count every step. I'm talking about every step that you take, every difference that you're starting to see. That, hey, I cried 5 times last year. This time I only cried 4 times. You have to count every victory, because what it shows to you is that you have a different level of capacity. Your capacity has been increased. Your strength has been a little bit more endured now. You can endure a little bit longer. And if you have come this far in just a year, imagine where you'll be next year around this season. Imagine where your business will be this year around this season. You have to count every victory. A lot of times we get so consumed in the fact that I'm not growing. Things are not looking the way that I want it to be. A lot of us are wrestling with, this place don't look like what I wanted it to look like. I'm not where I want it to be. But you have to start rejoicing that you're not where you used to be. You are not where you were last month. You are not where you were. A lot of times you're going to have to rest in a memory that you are not in the place that you were before. That is enough to have gratitude for where you are now, is to say, I am stronger than I was. Right? I found myself in that place many a times where I'm like, I'm not making the mark. I'm not hitting the mark. I'm not in the place that I want to be. Things are not going the way that I want them to go. But you know what? I am not sinking the way I was last year. I'm not sinking the way I was 2 years ago. I am in a completely different place. You know what that reveals to me? My capacity has been increased. I have become a little bit stronger. I can withstand a little bit more than I was last year. And because of that, I have enough to come into this new season, even in blindness, because I have no idea what tomorrow is going to bring. I have no idea what God is going to ask me to build in this next place. I don't know. I'm not able to really articulate it. But what I do know, right, is that I'm not in the same place that I was. And that's enough for me to be thankful. It's enough for me to be grateful, is to say, I am not sinking the way I was before, right? The resources I have now are more than what I've had before. And even if you are not seeing things such as the money is not where you want it to be, the support is not where you want it to be, understand that does not change the fact that your capacity has increased. And if you have a larger cup, if your capacity has been increased, do you not know that means you can do more? You can do more now in this place with less, because you could have way more money and way more resources and way more opportunities, but yet don't have the capacity to produce it. And that's where you were before. But now you may have less in terms of tangible things. You may have less, but you have much larger capacity, which means you can build much more with only a little. So now start to take those limitations off. Start to change your perspective. I can build more. I can do more in this place because I have a larger capacity than I had before. Why is my capacity larger? Is because I learned how to endure. I learned how to keep going even when the opposition was rising. Even when the challenges came, I did not just get stuck and die. I got up and I kept going. I kept going. When the money wasn't there, I kept going. When the resources wasn't there, I kept going. When the support system wasn't there, I kept going. A lot of you are going to be rewarded because you didn't quit. Because you didn't quit. And you're going to see yourself producing way more than you've ever produced before, and you're not even going to see the resources, because this is what God does for us. He releases funds and he releases resources to people that he can trust, to people that have the capacity to produce. He's not releasing it to just people who need money. He's releasing it to people who are going to say, God, you can trust me with the resources. If you put this money in my hand, I have the capacity to produce way more that will serve an entire community, that will serve an entire people, that will allow me to spread love and spread service to many people. I have the capacity for it. I want somebody to type that in there. I have the capacity to produce. I have the capacity to produce. This is why you got to keep going. This is why you can't quit. This is why you have to have gratitude during this time. Go ahead and take your moment to cry. Go ahead and take your moment to lament. Have your moment, have your breakdown moment. But remember, you got to get back up. You got to get up after you didn't finish crying, and after you didn't finish having your moment, and after you didn't finish, having your frustration, because enduring can be hard. You got to get up and say, I have the capacity to produce. I'm going to cry for this second in this moment, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to keep going because I have the capacity to produce. I have the capacity to keep going. I have to keep going so that I can continue to receive what I need to build. You have been called to build. You have been called to create what doesn't exist. That's why it's been so hard. You don't have a template for what you're doing. It sucks sometimes, but you don't have a template for what you're doing. He's called you to create in the earth, to create from something you don't have a template for. So keep enduring, keep pushing, have gratitude during this season. Just gratitude for I'm not where I used to be. I have capacity now. I can do more with a little. So I love you all. I thank you all.
Wow.
We're
Wow.
gonna
Wow.
keep going. We're gonna keep
I'm
going.
over here like I have the capacity to produce. So I know Cecelia was trying to get on. We want to send her some traveling mercies. Okay, I think she's here. We got to get okay. We got to get the boss lady herself on. Thank you for the opportunity. But hey guys, I want y'all to do me a favor, and if this is okay, Cecelia, I want y'all to support this young man. He has been all across the country traveling and helping and being of an obedient. He's been obedient. And so if we could support him in his nonprofit. So Dr. Darby, do you have a second to just tell everybody about unity in the community and your nonprofit and what you do? And if you guys want to support his nonprofit, his mission, we have it strolled under the bottom. So can you take like a couple of seconds, Pastor Darby?
Yes. So the Unity in the Community nonprofit, we are based in Maryland, but we do work nationwide. And we partner with real estate agents all around the world to provide housing for veterans. So that is our main niche, is to make sure that no veteran is left behind, that we're able to increase affordable housing, getting veterans into rentals, mortgage properties, even transitional housing that we've been able to start here for veterans that we are working with. So we operate solely off of private fund, individual donors. So all of the money that you all give goes directly to programming, and directly to our veterans, and in us being able to provide them with housing.
Awesome. So, Real Estate Ladies Rock, help me to help him and help us. Go to
Yes.
unitynonprofit.org and show some love. Thank you. I'm gonna back out because we got the boss lady here herself. But unitynonprofit.org to support the veterans. So, Cecelia.
Yes. Hello, all. And thank you, family, I would say. Coach Ella, the great Pastor Arthur Darby. God bless you, my brother. You put a word on it, sir, today, and I was trying, but the devil is busy. I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. The devil tried to push me down, bro, today. But that word, I heard what you said. I receive it. I'm praying for every single one of us as we press through, the holiday season. Some of us um, are in a space where, it's hard. I can't push through, but we can, as you said, because there's no prerequisite for some of the things that we go through in life. I just left a doctor's appointment. It was a scary time. I pressed through, but even in the radiation room, not the in the room that I was where they was doing sonogram, I had my prayer music on. I had my preacher moment on, and the lady was looking at me, and she was like, "What's wrong with her?" I said, "Girl, I'm giving God all the glory because He got me, and He
Right.
did it." And I
Right.
say that let's just press on, family, because sometimes it gets a little trying. It gets a little hard. And that's why I wanted you to come on today to spread that love, spread that joy, spread that hope, spread that peace because we need it. We are in a trying time, and the devil will test our faith every single moment he can. He just tested mine in
Mhm.
radiology, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm good and I'm grateful. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Let's press on to Jesus is the reason for the season, right, Pastor?
Absolutely.
We're not talking about
Absolutely.
presents and this and that. We're talking about Jesus is the reason. And let's have faith. Faith is big as a mustard seed, they said. That's
Yep.
what I needed a few an hour ago. And it came through. And I'm grateful. So let's press on. God bless you guys. We will see you soon. And have an amazing day. And Pastor Darby, I love you, man.
I
God
love you
bless
too.
you. Thank you for coming over today and sharing hope, love, joy, and peace. But for now,
Absolutely.
gotta go. Bye bye.